Hello everyone and welcome to another TDR family gaming video. This is DroydTDR, I'm Benny. We're going to have our heart broken again on another super sad story about someone who had their vision taken from them. Yikes.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree.
Okay.
But why would they take action against one of their own?
That's weird.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
Yes. Give us an explanation, sir.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
What?
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Okie doke. Emergency provisions like emergency food?
Oh,
Paimon.
Huh? And who are you?
It's Paimon.
One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter.
Of course we
This
can.
is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything.
Because his memory is
He's keeping
gone.
the provisions for himself.
His
I just
purpose.
know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors.
No, he
He's the
is
same as all
not.
the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
That's a good idea. Let's get the other side of the story. What's up, dude?
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions.
Well,
I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today?
I don't
My
know.
own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day.
Yep.
The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision.
Slacking
They
off
said
from
I
your
was
work.
slacking off of my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun.
How?
And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details.
That's bizarre. It's like giving people
All I know is that
lobotomies.
I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were.
About distributing provisions.
It's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me,
Okay,
go find
there's the
treasure
quest.
hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Yep, sounds like
He
it.
seems to, but we better confirm.
We better go get those
Let's
treasure
go,
hoarders.
Rep. We
Yep.
should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
True enough. True that. Let's go beat up some treasure hoarders. Where are they? You can't have gone too far. They be right over here. What was that? Was that like a little tiny rabbit or something? I don't know. Here, treasure hoarder. Here, treasure hoarder. Hey, Foxy Fox. I don't know if I should be like hitting the foxes or not. It seems like maybe. I don't know.
We really outdid ourselves this time.
But I don't want to.
All those samurai houses packed with goods.
Oh yeah, we hit the jackpot.
We really hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from.
Really?
Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
Really?
You demand, boss.
Way to go, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
Let's do it. Blow them away. Windblade. Let's go.
Another test subject.
Banza. Alright, line them up and knock them down. Yep, and scene. Suckers.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know?
Worked hard to steal it.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you.
Not likely. Word has it you looted
Kurosawa.
someone's house.
Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
What did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess.
All we found was a strange-looking box.
A strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom.
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
All right.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Run away, little doggies. Run away, little parasites. Parasites on the world. You blighters. World would be better off without y'all. But it is not for me to mete out justice like that, apparently. That is for the quest log to tell us when to mete it out. Alright, I thought there might be some little thingamadingabadoo here, but there is not. Sadly. Alright, we'll get some irons, why not? And then we'll go talk to this lady about these IOUs. Figure out what that's all about. Okay, IOUs. Hip hop it, hip hop hop hip. Where do we need to go? This way. To the village. When you get close to a fox, does it give you a ability to feed it or a dog? I thought maybe it would give you maybe in chat. No. Strange. Strange. How do you feed dogs? Heyo, investigate. Alright. This way, apparently. Oh, look, water. Am I gonna drown in their little reservoir? Probably. 75 higher. Oh my gosh, is there a thing up here? Can I... First of all, new chest, sadly. Yes. Boom. Teleportando. Aha. What's up, lady? What's with these IOUs? Give us a sense of what's going on.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. Or perhaps there's something
Yes, about these
So you're
IOUs.
friends of Kurosawa, I take it. Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Wait, what?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you
Yeah,
so much
how did he
money?
owe all this money?
Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account.
Okay.
However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
Uh-oh.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens
Receiving
receiving
the
the
emergency
emergency
food.
provisions must have been carefully calculating
How much they
needed to
needed.
sustain them each time.
Maybe.
Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow.
Oh dear.
Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice.
Whatever, dude.
Wow.
If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course,
true.
I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself.
Me
If
neither.
you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
He does
I
not
see.
remember.
That reminds me. It seems
Yep,
that his
his vision was
recently
confiscated.
confiscated.
True enough.
Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Oh no.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you?
He possessed a very
Possesses
valuable
a
blade,
very
huh?
valuable blade. He's I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't
Okay.
you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
Today's bill. We didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree?
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway.
2,000.
Oh, let me think.
Holy.
2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession.
Well, maybe it's priceless, maybe
Let's
not.
go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything.
Okie dokie. Off we go. Go talk to Kurosawa. He's down back down there, I think. We don't need to do... Well, yeah, we'll just fly. Fly! Be free! Like the wind! Excellent. We are going to get straight to his house. Do we see any chests on the roofs? I don't see a gosh darn roof chest anywhere. So disappointed. Any chests on random trees? I don't see that either. What's up, dude?
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword.
They
They
left.
left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
Maybe.
Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
Yep.
Everything I...
So we tell her about everything in the conversation with Aoli or whatever.
It turns out
AOI.
that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they
But
were
you
all
purchased
purchased
them
at your own
yourself.
expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was?
Yeah?
I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
Yeah, let's check
This
out your sword.
was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door.
Got scolded.
My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories
I
gone
wonder if visions like
forever.
the
matter
key
how hard I
elements
try
of
to
your
remember,
life, the key elements of your life
All I
that
can remember
give you
now
your
is my
direction.
father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands
Okay.
and said to me,
With this sword, you
Hey,
should.
if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
virtue and justice?
Okay.
Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me.
Well, it's just because you didn't tell him what was going on because
The
you didn't
irony of all
know.
of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro
I'm sure they would cover it.
surely
Sure,
help cover his
probably.
case. We must never let him sell off that sword.
Losing vision is no trifling matter.
Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision.
Yay.
Let's go find the next poor soul.
All right. Good golly. Tale of Woe, number 2. Done and done. Unbelievable. So, 30 more primos for that. How many do we have now? Do we have enough to get another wishy-wash? We might. No, but it's getting there. Getting there fast. Whew. And with that, we will call today's episode complete. And we will see you in the next one where we go find about this sad, sad story for person number 3 who had their vision stolen. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.